David, welcome back. Good to have you with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Well, we see this one attack apparently against a technology company. What should companies be ready for? What types of companies are most at risk? And what about American consumers? What should they be looking out for?
Yeah, as of right now, things start to seem like they're heating up. We saw initially during the invasion where Ukraine got hit with the what's called wiper malware, which was targeting government facilities. Just a few minutes ago, a lot of the government and military websites for Russia were shut down and taken offline. And then we saw, obviously, with NVIDIA, there's something going on right now with British Airways where they're experiencing massive outages. Again, not sure if it's cyber related, but things definitely seem to be heating up. And I can tell you, I'm continuously on calls with large organizations all across the United States. And, there's a very big sense of fear right now of retaliation from Russia. Specifically in the financial sector and our critical infrastructure sector is the two main areas that they're most concerned with at the moment. Critical infrastructure being energy, water treatment facilities, how we run our day-to-day lives. And then the financial sector, obviously the backbone of our economy. Those are the main areas of concern right now that most folks are looking very closely at to see what Russia does next.
Did I hear you say at the top of your answer there that there are reports that Russian military and government websites have been crashed?
That's correct. Just as about 10 minutes ago, a number of websites on the Russian side of the house, military websites, government websites, all non-responsive, as in they're currently not operational or working. Again, it could be Russia taking them offline to reduce their footprints on the internet. It could be attacks being launched directly against Russia itself from various hacker groups or the United States or its allies. Things seem to be unfolding a little bit differently right now, and it seems to be a pretty heated moment.
What is the danger that cyber warfare escalates? We're familiar, sadly, with seeing escalations in conventional warfare. We don't really know, do we, what an escalating cyber war would look like, or do we?
What's really interesting is when you look at previous conflicts that we've had, cyber really hasn't played a substantially major role.
No.
But when you have a country like Russia, which is in a pure competitive state when it comes to, on the same level as the United States and the same level as Israel, as our Western allies, as China, it's really an uncertain area right now because there's nothing that's been defined as cyber warfare. So when you start looking at what we're doing from a sanctions perspective, there's been talk of potentially booting them off of the SWIFT network, which is, how financial transactions occur, on the global economy scale. Retaliation is a very big thing. And so when you look at the implications of that, we've seen Russia target the energy grid in Ukraine in 2015, 2016. They launched a massive attack for ransomware called NotPetya that actually caused over $100 million in damage to FedEx and a number of other companies in literally just a few minutes. So, the damage component of this is really bad. And, they have the ability to target our critical infrastructure. They've been targeting it for years. There's been advisories from the FBI about how they're booting them out of our infrastructure. So it's the preparedness aspect of Russia, the methodical nature of Russia that is the most concerning, that they're already in our infrastructure, right, just waiting for the notice to escalate and then target the United States.
And you call them ominously a peer as far as this kind of warfare is concerned. David
Unfortunately,
Kennedy,
yes.
David Kennedy, thank you very much.